All right, what dad doesn't like a really good steak? So we thought we'd do this, start out the show with some steaks with a little bit of a kick to them, a Southwest kind of flair. Chili lime rub steaks with an avocado salsa. Sip of coffee and we're going to get to work on this recipe, and it's absolutely delicious, and the best part, it's really easy too. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some spices that you probably already have in your house right now anyway. Don't have to run out and buy a bunch of stuff. We've got some oregano, and I know some people think oregano, that's an Italian thing. Actually, there's a lot of oregano found in Mexican and Southwest recipes as well. Granulated garlic, cumin, pinch of cayenne pepper, a little bit of salt, and chili powder. So we're basically making a rub, but we're going to do a wet rub. So this would be, you know, a dry rub. Obviously there's no moisture in here, but we're going to make it a wet rub by adding a little bit of lime juice, fresh lime juice, and I can tell that these are kind of rock hard, so I'm just going to get them in the microwave. We just took them out of the refrigerator just to soften them up a little bit. And then we're also going to do a little bit of olive oil, so that turns it into a wet rub. You've heard of both, I'm sure. The lime juice is going to add some great flavor and some acid just to make those steaks nice and tender. So we've got the juice, some lime juice. We're going to save this other lime. We're going to use it in the avocado salsa that we're going to make to go on top of this steak. All right. So now we're going to take this rub and basically put it all over the steaks. And I just washed my hands. It's called a rub because really you just need to rub it all in there. It's going to give the outside of these steaks some really great flavor. It's very concentrated because we, you know, got all those spices and then that lime juice and the oil. Okay. Smells delish. Ann, what's your dad's specialty dish? What's soup? I know he makes a lot of good soups and chilies and things like that. Whenever I make soup or chili or something like that on the show, Ann always says, I bet Dad's going to make this, so I'm going to give my hands another wash and get these steaks on the grill. I think everybody was doing a lot of grilling this weekend. It was just so hot, way too hot to cook. Okay. I am going to get the top of that pan just so we can get some real pretty grill marks. This is my trick to do it when you're using an indoor grill pan like this. Now most likely you're going to be doing this on your outside grill, but this is going to enable it to get some really nice grill marks. Okay, well those steaks are hanging out doing their thing. I'm going to make an avocado salsa, and it's kind of like a cross between guacamole and a salsa. It's very chunky sauce, and it really works well on these steaks. It's got a lot of great flavor. So we started out with a 1/4 cup of finely chopped onion, and now I'm going to add some diced tomato. And I'm just going to use, you know, Romas are one of those that are pretty much good all year round. A little bit of jalapeno. And if you want it real spicy, you leave the seeds and the ribs of the pepper in there. If you don't, you can just take them right out. But these jalapenos, they're not as hot as they used to be. So they just add a lot of flavor, I think. Dice these up. While I'm doing this, I want to tell everybody about our next big night out because it's a week from today, and I'm so excited about it, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. We are headed to a place called the Kensington Grill, and it's in Appleton. A new, relatively new restaurant. The owners of the Seasons opened this restaurant, and it is going to be a wonderful, wonderful night. So we want you to call today for reservations. Let me tell you a little bit about the menu. The menu, we're starting out with crab cakes, one of my favorite things. Then we're moving on to this wonderful salad with blueberries and nuts and a white grapeseed vinaigrette. Our next course is going to be Lake Superior whitefish, which is sauteed. It's going to be fantastic. And then we're moving on to steak. You're not going to leave this meal hungry, that's for sure. We're doing a grilled skirt steak with garlic mashed potatoes and asparagus. Last but not least, I said we got to have some chocolate with this menu. So we're doing one of their specialty things that they do at the Kensington Grill all the time, creme brulee. We're doing chocolate creme brulee. And again, the neat thing about this is this meal is paired with wines, several different wines. So $50 per person. It's going to be a great, great evening. Hope to see you there. Call today for reservations. This one's filling up quickly. All right. So my steaks are grilling. I'm just dicing up my tomato. And I love to put some sort of a sauce or special thing on top of steaks when I'm grilling them. You know, you pay big bucks for something like this out at the restaurants. Go ahead and do it yourself at home and really wow everybody. So I'm just dicing up our tomatoes here. Everybody, I'm sure, has great dad stories, you know. And I don't know, as a little girl, I always looked up to my dad. You know, he was my hero, still is. But my best dad story is I was in 8th grade, and I was one of those kids that had braces on forever. I think I actually, you know what? Yeah, 8th grade. Anyway, I had braces for like 5 years. So one day, I'm just going to check on my steaks here, give them a flip. Ooh, they're beautiful. Got those gorgeous grill marks that we were looking for. Anyway, my dad picked me up from school and took me to go get my braces off. And it was really unusual. My mom used to pick me up from school, but for my dad to be there, that was kind of a special thing. So got the braces off, and then he said, let's celebrate. So we went out to this kind of fancy restaurant, and it was a crepe restaurant. It used to be a chain. I don't know if they're around anymore. It was called the Magic Pan. Does anybody remember it? Anyway, so I was all excited, you know, Dad taking me out to lunch, just got the braces off, and he said, smile. And I was all real kind of, you know, googly 8th grader and real embarrassed to smile. And so I smiled, and he said, you're so beautiful. And you know, you like will never forget a moment like that. That's a good dad moment. So thanks, Dad. Okay, do a little bit of fresh lime juice, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we're going to do our avocado, and our salsa is just about done. And our steaks are getting done too, and they smell terrific. Got a nice ripe, I can just tell. When you're picking out an avocado, you don't want it too soft and you don't want it too hard. It's kind of like a happy medium. Oh. Perfect avocado. I always buy 2 just in case. I love avocado on like a BLT sandwich, so or just on a salad. It always gets put to good use. So, all right, get rid of that pit. All right, we're almost to the finish line here. Just want to carefully stir this, but I want to keep the avocado. I don't want this to be like guacamole. And then I'm going to do a little bit of fresh cilantro. Now, if Dad doesn't like fresh cilantro, go ahead and leave it out. All right. This salsa, because it's got avocado in it, you could get everything done even a couple hours ahead, but I wouldn't put the avocado in there until just before you're ready to serve this. Even with the lime juice, I just think fresh is best when it comes to avocado. All right, let's plate this up. Our steaks are done and they look absolutely gorgeous. Basically top this. You've got the chili there, lots of great flavor, the chili rub, and then you just top it with some of the salsa, with the avocado and the tomato, and this is a winner. Delish. I think Dad is really going to love it. Chili rub steaks with an avocado salsa. Recipes on our website. You can also pick it up at any area Festival Foods.